Hi guys! If you are watching the replay, drop me a purple heart. I would love to say hey to you after this video is over and know that you watched it. You guys were very excited yesterday about my video on giving you tips on how to make posts that sell better. And so today I'm going to give you specific, sorry, I am pinning something, so I'm going to use that as an example. Specific posting styles that work for me as like a massive introvert. Like, I don't like talking to people. And it's hard for me to say that because a lot of you guys, like, I talk to pretty consistently, but like conversation for me is exhausting. And it's funny because I can go live all day. I can sit on Zoom all day. I can talk to my stories all day, but like conversing with other people is something I've just never really learned how to do. If we're being honest, I am an only child. I've always been an introvert. I've never really had very many friends. Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. I moved around when I was young, and so I don't have a best friend, you know what I mean? So like, I'm just naturally not someone who converses a lot with other people. And so the biggest thing, like when people talk to me about my success in network marketing, they're like, how have you found so much success when you don't even like messaging people? You don't even like being in Messenger. Like, how is that even possible? And now I will tell you, you will obviously have more success the more people that you talk to. You do have to be in Messenger. You do have to be texting people. You do have to be conversing with people in order to build a strong business, and especially on the leadership, on the team side, you do have to. But I have 3 specific sales strategies that work really, really well for me. And like it's going to sound silly, but it's almost like for my energy level. Okay. So this isn't to say that I don't have any conversations with my customers. Of course I do. But a lot of my sales come from these 3 strategies. And I like that because it helps me conserve my energy for the people who really need to have the conversations. For those customers who do have more questions, who do need a little bit more help, my customers who shop in this way are actually helping me as a business owner. And so this is something that I want to share with you guys because I'm selling really well right now, and I know not everyone is. And so my sales have been great over the last 2 years. My sales have substantially increased. And so it's a lot because of this. It's because I finally realized it's okay to do business in this way. I actually think, and I promise I'm going to get to my tips. I actually think part of the reason, hi Kimberly, part of the reason why I wasn't selling as much previously, I don't think it necessarily was my skills. I think part of it was because for me, selling was exhausting. It was actually very tiring. It was very time consuming. And so because it was time consuming, I didn't want to do it as much. And so when I found ways to sell that were faster, more automated, didn't require as much one-on-one conversation, this happened to me yesterday too. There must be a fly in here who's like living in my office. It helped me to increase my sales because all I really had to do was increase my content. And for me, content isn't exhausting. Content comes very naturally. I've literally been on social media since before it was called social media. And so for me, putting up posts, easy. Sharing links, easy. Like all of that can be done in 2 seconds. And so when I found a way, and when I found out that people were okay with purchasing in this way, it really opened up a whole new avenue for me as, an introvert and a busy mom to be able to build a business that is bigger than anything I would have imagined even 5 years ago. You know what I mean? So without further ado, I have them written down. I'm literally looking at my notes. Okay. What did I say? Oh, example number 1. Example number 1 actually is going live. Now, going live is still tiring, especially if it's a Zoom call. Sometimes I will do a Zoom call, or I will do an actual presentation where if I have to really pull myself together and have good notes, that for me is really tiring, and I will do a video and then I'll literally go lay down and scroll on my phone and just have to kind of disassociate a little bit in order to get my energy back up. But live videos like this, I can usually pump out a 10-minute live video, 20-minute live video, and all I have to do is pin the link. So you can see right here, I pinned the link, okay? So normally if this was a video that was actually about my products, I would say something like, you know, if you want more energy, click here. And then the whole video, I would be talking about, you know, the hydrogen water drink that I drink every single morning, how it gives me energy as a mom. Like, I'd be giving information about that product. And while people are watching my video live or on replay, that pinned link is going to be there. So as they're watching the video, they don't have to message me for the link. They don't have to message me to order. They don't have to comment info and then I have to send them the link. It's already there. And the crazy part, and this is where I think some people are actually missing out on sales, is that's how I want to shop. If you tell me that I have to message you for a link, you've lost me as a customer. I'm not going to message you. There are lots of people out there like me. We might be the minority, but there's a lot of us out there who do not want to have a conversation with you. I don't want you to talk to me. I just want to be able to shop like I shop on Amazon or like I shop on, you know, I order my groceries from Walmart.com and they get delivered. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have to have a conversation with someone in order to buy from them. And so for me, if I'm watching a video and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this product does look great, and she gives me a link, I'm going to click and order. I'm not going to message her. I'm not going to, like, I might message her and ask her a few questions, but I already have the link because she gave it to me. Does that make sense? And so for someone like me, this is the way that I want to shop. Kimberly says, yes, I don't like having conversations when I shop. Exactly. Like, I just want to shop. Like, I don't need you to talk to me. And so, going live with your product. So that's going to be tip number one, is going live consistently. But when you go live with your products, you have to pin the link. You have to pin the link. If you're going live with your products and then you're not pinning the link, again, this is for introverts specifically. This is for people who don't want to have to message every single person who commented on your live video, which is actually, like, that's what people train you to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. If anything, that's better than what I'm teaching you right now. You're going to create more relationships. You're going to create more customers if you message every single person who comments on your live video. I'm just not going to do that. It's not worth my energy. I would rather do a live video every single day with a link, and they can come to me if they really need me. Does that make sense? And so if you're not putting that link, you're going to be missing out on some customers who don't want to message you. So go live with your products. Go live consistently with your products. It doesn't have to be 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It can be 5 minutes. But if you want to sit there, like, I used to be in a beauty company, so I would sit and I would do my makeup, and guess what? While I was doing my makeup, my link to shop was there. And so I would tell people, okay, I'm using, what did I use? Forest Mist Shimmer. This is discontinued, but whatever. I'm using Forest Mist Shimmer on my eyes. They could click the link and order Forest Mist Shimmer, like, while I'm on my live video. Do you understand how powerful that is? It also is, like, when people want to shop, they want to shop right now, right? When you click the link right there, I don't think it even takes you out of my video. Like, I think it just kind of pops up and you can shop literally while I'm live. So I can be talking in the background. You can still be getting all of the, like, beneficial information from my video while you're still shopping. That is so powerful. This is why TikTok is, like, taking off as, like, a shopping platform, because I literally will be scrolling TikTok and someone will be live with, like, a water bottle. This is a better example. This is a water bottle from TikTok. They'll be live with a water bottle. They'll be showing, like, you know, all the cool features of it or whatever, or maybe it's a cute pattern, and I'll be like, ooh, I love that. And it's right there linked on the screen, and I can click on the link and I can buy it without even leaving the live video. It's so powerful, you guys. So go live, put the link, pin the link. You can do it all while you're live, all from your phone. If you don't know how to do it, it's literally, like, right here. You can comment on your own video. Here, look, I'm going to click comment and I'm going to type, hi. I'm not leaving my phone while I do that. You can literally comment on your own videos. It's in these little things down here. So find those, and then comment your link and pin it, okay? Next, Reels. Okay, yes, that's what I want to do. Reels on Instagram specifically. This also works for Facebook, but mostly for Instagram. I need you to, oh, I love that I can type on my own thing. I need you to get ManyChat. If you're an introvert and you do not have ManyChat, you're working too hard, okay? ManyChat is so simple. So what you're gonna do is on Instagram, you are going to find, like, a trending sound with a trending, like, Instagram is it's so simple and it's so complicated at the same time, but basically you just do what everyone else does and it works, because if it works for someone else, then the algorithm likes it, whatever. So you're gonna find a trending sound. For me, I might literally like hold this water bottle and pour my little nitro into it, right? And then the screen might say something like, you know, who knew all I needed was to add this to my water to, you know, be chasing my kids around all day or whatever. And then I might say, comment mom below if you're a mom who needs energy and you want the link to this. Okay, that was really messy, but like something like that, right? So the point is, you're gonna make a reel, you're gonna have a trigger word for them to comment. When they comment that trigger word, ManyChat is going to send them whatever message you tell ManyChat to send them. And if you've never done this before, which you probably have, most of you have probably like typed link to get a link to an Amazon sweatshirt or something or whatever. But if you've never done it, if you go to my Instagram, I have lots of examples of this. You can go to any of my posts from like, you know, anything where I'm holding like a water bottle, comment the word nitro, comment the word, I might have ones that say comment the word body. Go comment on something, and then my ManyChat bot, like here, while I'm live, my ManyChat bot is gonna ping you immediately, and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're wanting energy and I can help you, and here's the link to buy the product. I don't know exactly what it says. Whatever, I set it up like a month ago. But you're gonna comment on it, and then it's gonna message you immediately, okay? So this is how you can do Instagram without having to like watch for every single comment, without feeling tied to your phone, without like checking your notifications constantly. I make the Instagram reel and then I get off of Instagram. I spend like 0 time on Instagram, okay? Like less than 0. I do not scroll Instagram reels. I don't check my Instagram notifications. Like Instagram is not my place, okay? Like I don't even think I have notifications on for Instagram. And it's because I can make a reel with a trigger word, and then my ManyChat bot will message the person. ManyChat is free until you get up to 1,000 contacts, okay? 1,000. If you had 1,000 contacts who were asking for your products, you'd be excited to pay for ManyChat, right? So like use it, it's free, learn how to use it. Know that when someone comments the link to your product, you know, you can set that up and you can have it automatically message it to them, okay? It's like the best thing ever. Sometimes I'll go on Instagram and I'll be like, whoa, like I didn't even know that like, you know, 15 people commented and they all got information about my product, like whatever. And so on Instagram, like I said, it's a reel with a trigger word, and then the ManyChat bot is going to message them the information, okay? That's all. Like you don't even have to deal with Instagram at all if you just set up ManyChat. Facebook is the live video. And then if you have any questions, please let me know. I know I'm kind of like glazing over this at a high level. And then the last, well, I have 2 more. I said I'd only do 3, but I think I'm going to do 4. The other one is stories. Okay. I kind of want to backtrack a little bit, but I'm not going to. Stories. I sell mostly through stories. Stories is probably how I sell the most. But the thing is, I see a lot of people doing it in a way that's just not gonna convert. That's the best way I can say it. I never want to say you're doing anything wrong. You're learning and you don't fully understand sales yet, right? So like if you just put up a graphic for your product, like that's not how we sell. If putting up a graphic sold a product, your company wouldn't need you. I'm gonna say that again. If putting up a graphic sold your product, your company wouldn't need you. I need everyone to like fully understand what I'm saying. Your company needs you. Your sales need you. If products could be sold purely through graphics and through ads, companies like network marketing wouldn't exist. Network marketing exists because people are selling to people. Like your voice is connecting with someone else. Your testimony, your demonstration of the product is connecting to your audience. Do you really, I need you to understand that because that is so important. That might be one of the most profound things I've ever said on any of these videos. Like, you need to understand that, okay? And so when I'm saying that I sell through stories, I mean, I am taking my water bottle, pouring my nitro in, and I'm talking about why I love nitro and who nitro is for, okay? If you're looking for more energy, if you're looking for lower inflammation, if you're like whatever, like if you are drinking 3 energy drinks a day, if you're drinking coffee in the morning and you're tired by noon, like you say these things as you're doing it, and then you do it every day, and you might be like, oh my gosh, every day? I drink my product every day. Why can't I post it in my stories every day? It takes 30 seconds. Literally takes 30 seconds to do that. If you are in a beauty company, put your gloss on, put your tinted moisturizer on, put your mascara on. Like, talk about the biggest feature of that product, okay? Again, hold on. I don't know where it is, whatever. I'm using a lot of examples from my previous company because that's really easy for me. Here's one, okay? So I, for 8 years of my life, right? I would just do this. I wouldn't do my whole face in stories. I would just do this. And I would put this on half my face. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so red today. Like, I'm so glad that I have my tinted moisturizer that can cover my redness. If you're a girly who gets super red, but you don't want to wear a full coverage foundation, this is what you need. 20 seconds, 25 seconds, right? But it's me and my testimonial. It's me demoing the product every day because I use my products every day. If you use your products every day and you're not recording it, you're losing sales. I'm going to say that again. If you're using your products every day and you're not recording it every day or documenting, I'll use the word documenting it every day, you are missing out on sales. If you use your products every day and you're like, people know I use them every day, I don't have to post it every day, stories disappear. What if the person who needs your products watches your stories on Monday, but not on Tuesday, but you only posted it on Wednesday? You know what I mean? Do you understand? Stories are only there for 24 hours and most people are not watching your stories every single day. So in your stories, post you using your products. Okay, let me go back to my point. Okay. The process for stories, I got way off of what I was going to say. The process for stories is to record, some sort of video. You don't have to talk if you don't want to, but some sort of moving picture, okay? Some sort of video of you using your product, taking your product, applying your product, putting on your product, if it's bracelets or necklaces or whatever you're in, or nails, your nails of the day, whatever it is. I really need to do my nails. Every day, some sort of either talking to camera, some sort of video, even a boomerang. I guess I would rather you actually do a video of some sort. It could be, if it's a shake up, if you do protein shakes, mix up your protein shake. If it's skincare, apply your skincare. You don't have to talk. You can put music on in the background. But the point of all of this is in your stories, posting you using your products every day. Now, where does the conversion happen? The conversion happens on the next slide. Okay? I know it sounds crazy, but I promise it's down to a science. You do a video of you using the product, and then the next slide has the info about the product with the link. Okay? 2 separate stories, sometimes more. If you're in a makeup company and you're doing multiple steps of makeup, the point is do the slide where you're talking about it. Do the slide with the information about the product with the link to the product. 2 separate slides. Okay? You can also do, sometimes it sounds really silly, but I swear it works. I'll do, a video, and then I'll do the information slide in the middle. And then the third slide is a picture of me holding the product. That's what I would do. If that sounds insane, but that's what I would do if I was you. So for example, for me every day, mix up my nitro, then do a slide about the nitro, then do a picture of me holding the bottle of nitro. Okay. And I'm crazy and I'd put the link on both of the picture slides because that's just what I would do. And so my point of all of that is, people can shop without talking to me, right? It's a 20, 30, 40 second video. and then a link to buy, and then another link to buy just in case they need a little extra push, okay? So with stories, it's a talking video, and then information about the product with the link. You can use the same graphic for the product every single day, but you need the video of you to be different, okay? Video of you, graphic, video of you, graphic, video of you, graphic. Or if you're like me and you're like with body, if you're like on my team, video of you taking body or like your hand holding body or whatever, and then testimonials, okay? So like different testimonials every day, or like rotating through your testimonials. But every morning when you take body, take it in a video, like a 30-second video. I know it can be like, to me, even that like it feels weird, but it works. You need people to know that you take it every morning and how easy it is to take, okay? And then the last one, I was gonna cut this one out because it does involve talking to people, but I pretend that it doesn't. Okay, it's gonna sound crazy. Another like huge one that converts if you already have like an audience that trusts you. You do have to have an audience that trusts you. Now, I want to backtrack because going live creates trust. Stories create trust. So in your live videos and in your stories, you don't automatically have to have as much trust because you create trust when they hear your voice, they hear your excitement. The connection human to human through video helps to increase the level of trust, okay? Again, it sounds crazy, but I swear there's like psychology to it somewhere in there. Reels, I don't think need as much trust because a lot of people commenting on Reels are impulse buying. So I don't think you need as much trust in Reels. If I'm being honest, like if they see that 50 other people commented, they're going to comment just because there's FOMO. So Reels are just a whole different ball game where I don't like, it doesn't matter as much. It's literally just impulse buying and a lot of like trendy, like people thinking they're following a trend. Now, what really works once you start to create like trust with your audience is the storytelling Facebook post. And what I mean by that is an actual Facebook post that's like kind of longer, right? That has a picture of you holding the product or your own before and after or like whatever, but it's very you driven. This is a storytelling type of content where you are making a post that's like, you know, I never expected to be posting about this, but then I got all of these benefits from it, and now I want to share it with you. You know, comment info below if you want me to send you the link, or comment link below if you want me to send you the link. Like some sort of storytelling. Like, you guys know I've been taking this for 60 days. My before and afters have blown me away. Comment with like the two eyes, like the peeking eyes, if you want to see my before and afters, right? And so that style works really well if your audience connects with you. But like I said, that style of content, that it's literally leading to you messaging them and to you having conversations with them. And so I almost pulled that one because that goes against what I'm talking about, which is like about introverts. But let me tell you why I do it and why I do think it kind of ties in with what I'm talking about right now. Because I only do that style of post, let's say like once a week. I could do it more, but I choose not to. I only do that style of post like once a week because I know when I make that post, that's the day that I'm going to have the most conversations. And that is me, again, as an introvert, making the decision that day that I am ready to have those conversations. So when I make that post, I'm literally like, I'm in a mental state where I'm ready to have more of those conversations. I don't know if that makes sense. If you're introverted, I think it'll make sense. Like, I can't do that every day. I literally cannot make that style of post every day because I don't want to have conversations every day. And this is kind of where I'm like, some people would be like, what do you mean? That's crazy. Of course I want to have conversations every single day. I want my business to grow and like all this. And I'm like, that's amazing for you. For me personally, over the last 8 years, I have found that like, if my messenger gets too hectic, I pull back on my business. And I have found ways as an introvert that work for me to keep my business steady, that keep me in love with my business, that keep me very passionate about what I'm doing without overwhelming myself, if that makes sense. And again, if this sounds crazy to you, then that's okay. Like, you could do this style of post every single day. But for me, when I'm like essentially bringing them into Messenger on purpose, I have to be mentally ready for that. And introvert to introvert, if you're an introvert, I want you to know that that's okay. So it's okay that, you know, Mondays might be the only day that you have enough energy, or maybe it's Saturday or Sunday or whatever, Thursday night, you know what I mean? Every other day you can do the reels that lead to the comments that lead to ManyChat. You can just post in your stories with the link to purchase. You can go live and put the link to purchase. Does that make sense? You don't have to feel tied to your phone. You don't have to build a business like someone who can message people all day long and not lose energy. It is okay to build your business in a way that makes sense for you. And I really want you guys to hear me and to understand this, because I would not have the business that I have if I didn't put these boundaries around it. If I just let my business be a free-for-all and I got, 200 messages a day, I wouldn't sell to anyone because I would be so overwhelmed I wouldn't check my phone. Does that make sense? And so I think it's okay for you to understand that if any of this does speak to you, like, it's okay to build, it's actually better, in my opinion, to build a business that you can be consistent with than a business that overwhelms you so much that you have to put it down for like 2 weeks at a time because you're like, I just can't right now. This is the style of business that I can do no matter how busy I get, no matter how overwhelmed with life I get. These are things that are simple because my customers can shop on their own. Does that make sense? And then again, the few customers that do have questions, I'm happy to help them because there's only a few of them versus every single person having to come to me, which is how I built my business for the first like 3 or 4 years. And it was exhausting and it was really hard and it took away from, everything else that I want to do in life. And it really is not a way that I would advise anyone to build their business if your brain doesn't work that way. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. It's crazy that I can go live and then this doesn't feel exhausting to me, but Messenger does. So if this sounds crazy to you, it's just not the video for you. But for any of my introverted friends, I do hope that this helped, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.